If you're feeling the tension between what Jesus says about you and what you're seemingly seeing in your own life, I want you to know that's okay. It's okay to feel a little bit of that tension because that just means that we have space to grow. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. Jesus is there for us. David, he was a murderer. He slept with another man's wife. And yet, God says that's a man after my own heart. We all make mistakes. It's important that we don't make those mistakes our identity. And that's where so often we fall off, is we look at the mistakes, we look at what we see in our lives, and we say, well, that must be the real me. Scripture lays out two realities. One is the reality of this world where we do sin, we do make mistakes, and we have to come to terms with that. The second reality is the reality that God has called us perfect, and He's called us His children, and He's called us sons and kings and priests. And that's a whole different reality, because that's a reality of perfection. The New Testament puts it in present tense. We are kings and priests. We are entered into the holy Jerusalem. This is a current place and a current position that we hold, but we don't feel like it sometimes, and that's okay. What do? Paul says the reality of the spiritual world is way more real than the physical world. He says this world is but a shadow of the reality of the world that our spirits live in. And that is the truth. So we need to hold on to the true reality, even when the shadow doesn't seem to match up, because sometimes shadows don't look right. They don't match the reality of the world because they're reflected on things. But by holding on to it, by declaring truth over our lives, actually verbally stating it, by meditating on God's truth, even when we don't feel it, by holding on to it, we bring that reality into existence. And it might take time. It might take a long time. In that long time, bringing that reality into existence breeds authority, because the testing that happens during that time between accepting a truth and then seeing it come to pass brings authority, because we wrestle with it and we conquer it. It doesn't come in just to name it and believe it. It doesn't come in just to name it and it's all done. You have to wrestle with it. And once you've wrestled with it, you'll see that the reality of the spiritual world is so much more real. You can almost feel it and taste it and see it. And when you can almost feel it and taste it and see it, you can bring that into this world and you can experience God's goodness and what God calls you in real life. And that, my friends, is a blessed thing.